Prove herself. She feels like everyone is out to get her in many ways, you know?
My childhood life was definitely traumatic. Totally polar opposite of what it is now.
It was really hard for her growing up, just, with her mom and stuff.
Hey. So in junior high, I met Blanca. She was leaving the lunch line, and I asked her for change, just like I asked everyone for change. And she couldn't believe it. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, I'm asking for change." And I was like, "I'll show you a cartwheel." I used to do that. If people didn't want to give me any change, I'd show them like an aerial or a back handspring or something, which is super dumb, but that way I thought I was earning it. From that point on, she gave me half of her lunch money every day.
So tomorrow, why is this America's Next Top Model star bloodied and bruised?
So your face was basically crushed.
The stitches, the scars, what her face looks like now. Is her career over? Tomorrow, only on ET.
And you will be inspired by her story. You don't want to miss it.
And she had actually just finished working on a film when this happened. It's called Cowboys and Indians. It's scheduled to come out this summer. And she told me that she's going to show up at the premiere. She's going to laugh and say, "I took one for the team." Okay.
I'm sure you don't know what animated GIFs are. But they're amazing.
I have no idea.
They're moving pictures.
I'm not doing anything that exciting is the problem.
It goes straight to my brain.
I just had to leave this here. I wanted you guys to understand how grateful I am to Skinceptions and their product in particular, Dermaface FX7. Okay, no filter. You guys, look. And then it was all this, remember? Like that. Even my nostrils are kind of the same. So good. I'm just gonna go back in my filter because I just went running. I'm all sweaty and gross. I have to make food. You guys, I brought these back. I think these were from maybe 2010 maybe. Anyways, big ups to Ryan Nafzinger, who's my plastic surgeon. Big ups to Sherry, his wife, who both of them had me come back a year later and redo my rhinoplasty and full on took care of me. Our families fell in love with each other, and then we came back and went on vacation with them. So blessed to meet this beautiful family. And most importantly, I want to thank my husband for being so fucking supportive and who got scared to death, you guys. He thought that he was gonna lose his new wife that he just married. Can you imagine? That's the reason he became a doomsday prepper. Then his whole focus in marriage counseling, I found out, was because of the accident. All he wanted to do from that day forward was to make sure that he was protecting his family. And how lucky I am that I didn't lose Daxel, my son. I was pregnant with my son. It was a high-risk pregnancy after that, and he came out perfect. And I juiced with everything that, the fruits of earth, that whole pregnancy, every day for him. So I'm posting this because I just found out that my endorsement with them ×2, Skinceptions stretch mark serum, and then also Dermaface FX7, which is the scar cream that I used on the regular every single day, multiple times a day for 2 years, because I had to have another surgery 2 years later. So I had to do it for 2 years. This endorsement just got renewed again. That's going on year 9. So many haters out there were she wasn't pretty then. She's definitely screwed now. Who knew that I would get a skin endorsement campaign ×2 for 8 years, going on 9. And I'm prettier. So the bitches, the haters, can go fuck off. And also message to you that dreams come true. Really. So anyway, here's the wildest thing about this story. Because this was like 10 years ago, right? 9 years ago. Here's the wildest thing about this story is that just during COVID, I found out that the girl actually left me there on the floor. Like literally like went up the elevator, went to her hotel room and like brushed her teeth and went to bed. My husband's like, people do the craziest shit when they're scared. And I'm like, I would never be able to look at someone's face that's cracked open and blood is pouring out and like just walk away. Sorry. So that's news to me. Do you know what I remembered? Like trying to digest this new information that somebody full on like left you to die. I remembered the first time I met her. So day one, I was on set. It was a small crew. I introduced myself to everybody because that's who I am. And then I remember like the next day, that time she wasn't available. She like walked away. And then the next day it was like the same thing. It's kind of like she was avoiding me. And then like that night at dinner, we're in the craft service line. She's holding her plate. And I was like, hi, I'm Lisa. I just wanted to introduce myself. I don't think I've met you yet. And she looked down and she was like, oh my God, I can't believe oh my God, she's talking to me. And I was like, oh my God, I think maybe she's like a super introvert, right? And then I go, well, I'm just Lisa. It's a pleasure. And she goes, I know your name. And I was like, oh, what do you know me from? And she was like, well, I'll just say this. Like, I was rooting for Allison. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, that's okay. You know, like I was like, I don't care. And she didn't care that I didn't care. She was still just like kind of looking down at her plate. And then I remember from that day on, it was still just, you know, I was trying to like be extra friendly to her, maybe just like win over so she at least likes me, or maybe she's misunderstanding who I am. Like, I don't know. Anyway, that's the girl that dropped me on my face and left me to die. Hi, Sherry. You guys, this is Sherry. Sherry is Ryan Nafsinger's wife and also an amazing nurse that works at the same office. It's their family office. So I was telling you guys a little bit that, you know, she came to the movie premiere and I was like, oh my God, like maybe we can see the girl. I can point out the girl that we had like that freak accident happened. And I found her and I was like, Sherry, oh my God, she's right there. And what was she doing, Sherry?
She's pointing at you and laughing.
Yeah. And that,
you were very pregnant too.
Very pregnant. Anyway, even when shit like this happens, like we still thrive, right? We still get up, we try, we do our best and like keep it moving. So,
Sure do.
right? Okay, so Sherry, I'm going to do a post and thank you and Ryan and also a whole post with Dermaface and Skip Deception. Thank you so much. We love you.
Love you too, babe.
So, wild story, bro, right? With my social media, I want to post things that aren't something that I'm trying to throw out an algorithm and it explodes. I want to genuinely really love every single one of my posts and I don't care how popular it is. And so these are the things that are really important to me. And I'm like so incredibly fortunate and I just feel so blessed that this very successful brand keeps having faith in our advertising together. And you guys, my nose is amazing. So this is an advertisement for Ryan Nafsinger Plastic Surgery in Durango, California, and also Skinceptions and Dermaface FX7. Nobody told me to make this. I did it from my heart because they both are so excellent. Everybody involved.